Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Senior Night 2025. Tonight we honor our senior players and cheerleaders who have dedicated countless hours to representing our community, Wayland High School and the Wayland Warrior football team. They have worked tirelessly on and off the field, showing exceptional commitment, grit, heart, and brotherhood. Let's take a moment to recognize them and their families for their unwavering support. Introducing your Wayland Warrior seniors. Number 17, Jamie Buffum, his parents Abigail and Nate Buffum, and his sister Maggie. Number 60, Cole Chase. His parents, Kara and Sean Chase, his sister Anya, his brother Brian, his aunt and uncle Aaron, and Chris Newton, and his grandparents. Number 50, John Chosey. His parents, Anastasia and Jeff Chosey, his sister, Eva, his grandmother, Pat, and his aunt, Lori. Number 56, Leroy Hairston. His mother, Sine Countryman. Number 54, Ben Jackson. His mother, Kelly Jackson, his brother Will, and his nana, Pat Jackson. Number 7, Jaden Kaufman. His mother, Sarah Kaufman. His sister, Macy. And in spirits, Brian Kaufman. Number 2, Braden Licklider. His parents, Tanya and Scott Licklider. Number 3, Donovan Mason. His parents, Leanne and Mark Mason, and his grandparents, Jimmy and Elaine Doherty and Jermaine Lewis. Number 10, Peyton Moran. His mother, Sandy Leonardi. Number 8, Bowen Morrison. His parents, Miriam and Aaron Morrison. And his grandparents, Pat and Jane Conaway. Number 66, Ankit Nambiar. His parents, Ruthie, Jay, and Jay Period, and his sister, Arsha. Number 71, Sully Nguyen. His parents, Sonia and Tri Nguyen. Number 65, Nathan Toby. His parents, Meredith and Craig Toby. And your captains. Number 1, Luke DePetro Froyo. His mother, Karen Froyo. His mother, Deanna DePetro. And his uncle Chip and Aunt Kathy. Number 13, Owen Finnegan. His parents, Katie Hughes and Bo Finnegan. Number 53, Ben Hines. His parents, Terry and Ted Keenan. His mother, Kyle Conway. His father, Tom Hines. His stepmother, Sharon, and his brother, Charlie. Number 6, Michael Keenan. His parents, Carrie and Ted Keenan. His brother, Matthew. His grandparents, Ed and Mary Ann Keenan. Number 21, Max Dresden. His parents, Gretchen and Paul Dresden. His brothers, Zachary, Nicholas, and Jackson. And last but not least, the manager of the football team, Salma Glider. And her mother, Hannah and Cora. Now, let's hear it for cheerleading. Your cheerleading captain, Sanea Sajou. Her father, Sajou Syriac, and her sister, Steffi. And let's hear it for Nyla Hamilton. Her mother, Akita Hamilton, and her brother, Amir. Thank you, seniors.
And I'm with my co-host, Desi Ward.
Desmond Ward. Again, great night for Wayland football with Zabek here. I'm really excited for the game.
Yeah, so Wayland has their senior night tonight, and we're going up against Newton South. Some playoff implications for Wayland. They need to win by at least 14 points to move up in the margin. In a couple of seconds, we're going to take you down to the field with Chloe, and she's going to talk about the game. But Desi, what do you want to see from the team tonight?
I think they're looking to win big on senior night here. Newton South hasn't had a great year so far, so they're definitely looking to send a message early. See the team for the future, get some of the younger guys in.
Yeah. Newton South is 0-7 and Wayland is 6-1. So a win here for Wayland would hopefully get them up in the seating, and hopefully they could host a home playoff game. But they're looking playoff hopeful. Newton South, they're looking to rebuild, come back next season. Hopefully better. They've dealt with some injuries with a lot of starters, so that's unfortunate. But for Wayland, we are basically fully healthy. All our seniors are going to play today, we hope, and should be a good game. So players to look out for Wayland. Obviously the captains, Ben Hines, Michael Keenan, and Max Dresens are running back, and twin-headed monster at running back with him and Michael Caulfield. Des, you have anything about that?
I think those two, great duo. Mikey and Max both get a ton of carries with each other. Yeah, they have the bulk of Wayland's points this year. The run game is definitely Wayland's specialty, so I'm really excited to see what they have tonight.
Yeah, Wayland has a ground and pound offense. They've scored most of their touchdowns on the ground, and with their defense as well, which has been very good this season. We've been able to stifle most of our opponents with our only loss to Shawsheen. So I would expect the same pattern tonight. Get out ahead early, and hopefully get some of the younger guys in. So that'd be a fun game to watch.
Definitely.
Have you seen anything from Newton South, or what do you think their game plan is coming into this?
I've seen a couple clips of Newton South's film, and they're definitely rebuilding. It's not a fun process for Newton South, but I think Wayland is definitely going to have the advantage going into this game.
Yeah, so right now we're going to take you down to Chloe at the field, and she's going to give us some pregame insight.
Hi everyone, welcome back to WSB's Friday Night Lights. My name is Chloe Zalembo, and tonight the Warriors are going to play the Newton South Lions, and it's the Wayland Senior Night game. Wayland currently has 18 football player seniors, 1 senior manager, and 2 senior cheerleaders. Currently, the Warriors are ranked 7th in MIA Division IV power rankings with a record of 6-1. The Lions are ranked 33rd out of 33 in Division I. The top 16 teams make it into the playoffs, so the Warriors are looking for a push for a home game. Even if the Warriors win the game, there's still potential for them to drop in the power rankings because the Lions are ranked so low. Let's see what the seniors can do tonight and get a win for their seniors. But tonight I have 2 parents, and can you guys just introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Katie Hughes. I am Owen Finnegan's mom.
And you?
I'm Carrie Keenan. I am Matthew Keenan's mom. Oh, Michael Keenan's mom.
Yeah, both of them. All right. Now, how does it feel to be the parent of a senior?
Since Owen's my only child, it's exciting but a little sad because it's the only high school experience. But we're looking forward to tonight.
And what about you?
Michael's my oldest, and it's been really exciting. It is a little sad, too. We've made so many great friends through the Wayland Public Schools, particularly through sports, so we've had a great year. We're going to miss it.
All right. Thank you guys so much. This is Chloe Zalembo, back to Desi and Zabak in the studio.
Thanks, Chloe, for the pregame insight. I have some stats on Wayland for you. So we've had about 2,000 yards of offense this season, averaging about 300 per game. And so that's really good offense. And on defense, we've allowed only 1,300 yards per game and about 180 average per game. So not 1,300 per game, but for a total on the whole season. So those are pretty good numbers. We've only turned the ball over twice. And, we convert third downs, 40% rate. But from the games I've watched, we don't really get third downs that much. We usually break off big runs early and run up the score, and then we kind of just carry or play off that momentum on our defense, who's been really strong this season. So, Desi, you played football for some time, not this year though. So, how do you go into a game like this?
I think you go into a game like this, definitely you don't underestimate the opponent. You don't look at the record and go, well, it's just a brush-off game, we're going to destroy them. You definitely take them seriously. Don't take your foot off the gas, even if the starters end up coming out. You definitely want to see your younger guys do well, and you want to see them compete because those younger guys are going to be the team next year and the year following. So you definitely want to see them put a strong performance in a varsity game.
Yeah, so especially if the younger guys are going to get a chance to play tonight, it's great experience, even if the score won't really matter at that point, hopefully, but getting the younger guys some reps can carry over to next year, maybe build up some confidence, especially for them playing on the varsity level. And for the seniors, they're obviously hopefully going to make the playoffs with a record of 6-1, so it hopefully won't be their last game. But it's still a meaningful game because it's their night, and I'd expect all of them to just ball out today. It's what we would hope to see here in the studio, and hopefully you guys at home. So it's going to be a good game tonight. Me and Desi are excited. His first game, but he's fired up, and studio crew's also fired up. So it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of the senior guys. They're definitely hoping for a home playoff game, but if not, they're looking to go deep in the playoffs. They're not looking to, get an early exit. They're looking to go out with go out with a statement for their final high school season. So.
Yeah, I was talking to some of the captains. I talked to Ben Hines on what the game plan is or what he hoped for this game, and he said he wanted to kind of set the tone early and get up big, at least 20. They need to be up at 14 to get the most out of their scoring margins. And I also talked to Luke DiPietro-Froyo on what the highlight of his season was, and he said it was last week at Bedford where he scored 2 of the 2 touchdowns they scored that game for Wayland to go and win 14-10. So obviously he was big that game. He ended up winning the Warrior helmet, which is a Wayland tradition. They give the best player at the end of the game. So congrats to him. So seniors are very confident coming into this game, but like Desi said, it's important to take every opponent seriously because you never know what can happen. There could be an upset, or maybe they keep the game close for more than Wayland wants it to be. So.
Yeah, I know that Bedford game definitely was a statement win against a DCL opponent to put them higher in not only the power rankings, but the DCL, which I think they're going to eventually end up winning. So I think that definitely is a motivation for tonight. That win is going to push them forward to tonight and then into the playoffs, where where they look to be strong there.
Yeah, last year Wayland lost in the playoffs, 36-47 to Scituate. It was a great game, even though they lost by 10. They made a fourth quarter rally, but the deficit was a bit too much to overcome. But last week Newton South played Waltham. They lost 49-14, and they played Bedford as well. That Wayland beat 14-10. They ended up losing 56-0, which was certainly a blowout in that area. So hopefully Wayland can just kind of get a feel of their opponent from that. But as far as Newton South, they don't really have a chance at making the playoffs, but after this game, they will play 2 consolation games in order to get them to Thanksgiving, where they'll play their Thanksgiving game against Lincoln Sudbury. Wayland is going to be in the playoffs, hopefully, so their Thanksgiving game will be nullified. They would play Weston, but if they get to the playoffs, that won't happen. Hopefully they get more than the first round, though. I know last year they had that heartbreaking loss, but Wayland playoff football is certainly going to be exciting to watch because for at least my freshman and sophomore year, we weren't very good. I think one year we only had 1 or 2 wins, and then the next year we had a little more, but we were certainly not as strong as a team we are now. So.
Yeah, those senior guys their sophomore year wasn't a great season from them, and they definitely were looking to prove something to everybody that they were a good team. And year prior they ended with a decent record, and this year they're dominant in most every game they play. So I think it means a lot for the senior guys to have this record and be playing at this level of dominance. And I think that in the playoffs last year, going out early, they're also looking for something to prove, and they're looking to go deep and show everybody what they're about.
Yeah, Wayland had a great record last year, and that loss to Scituate in the playoffs definitely lit a fire in them. They've gone 6-1 thus far. With that only one loss to Shawshene, they lost 28-0 in that one. So a bit of a blemish on the record there, but Wayland's handled most of the opponents they've played pretty easily. There have been some close calls, like that Bedford game in Bedford, and this game should be Wayland's. I mean, they're the heavy favorite. Obviously, Newton hasn't gotten a win this season, and Wayland only has 1 loss on their season. So Newton's South's only scored, I think the most they've scored in a game is 14 points. So with Wayland's defense, they should do their job, and if they can, punch it into the end zone at least 1 or 2 times, they should be in good shape.
Yeah, so I know we talked about the running game a lot, and we haven't really talked about the passing game, which last game against Bedford won them that game with the 2 touchdowns coming from Warrior helmet winner Luke Froyo. And so I think it is definitely something to watch. Michael Keenan, not someone to be played with 525 yards this year. He's gone 30 for 52, which is a 57% completion percent. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, so he has a clean sheet on the year so far. So definitely looking to see stuff out of Peyton Moran. He's one of the receivers on the team. Jamie Buffum, he's up there. Braden Licklider, he's also there. So definitely excited to see what they can, figure out.
Get going, yeah. And on the defensive end, as I said, Wayland's been pretty dominant. Captain Max Dresden's at linebacker as well as running back. He kind of does it all. He's had around 60 tackles this season, which I believe leads the team. And Jaden Kaufman, another captain, has 43 tackles and 2 sacks. As well as the offensive line, who, you see a lot of the highlights from the running backs. I'm going to continue this after they're about to start the national anthem. So.
Now please rise for the national anthem.
All right, we are back. So, we are very excited for the game today. Just did the national anthem, so that's all wrapped up and done. Ready for kickoff here. Zebek, you got anything?
Yeah, I was elaborating on it earlier, but Wayland's offensive line has really paved the way for their rushing game. I know you see the stats from Max Dresens and Michael Caulfield, who've been running up the score and their yardage, but their offensive line has really been holding it down, creating blocks and just holes for the running backs to get through and score on. So gotta shout them out, as well as the defensive line, who's been getting to the opposing quarterback. It will be Wayland's ball, and their kicker, a bit of a shank there, only like a 20-yard kickoff there, and Wayland's gonna have it around midfield. So.
Yeah,
We'll see what they
that was an interesting kick by the kicker. I'm not sure if that was planned or anything, but it worked in our favor. We get the ball at a little over the 50-yard line, I would say. Yeah, at about the 51. So good field position for Wayland starting out here. You see them running out on the field.
Yeah, already in opposing territory. I mean, I think everyone here should expect at least a run from Wayland here.
We got both the
two
backs out there.
Yeah, two running backs
Max and
next
Mickey.
to Michael Keene. So we'll see what they do here. Newton South only. They seem to be blitzing actually, so hopefully they're ready for this run play. But Wayland could maybe break one here.
Oh, and it just looks too easy for him. I mean,
Yeah,
first play of the game, uncontested, tackled 5 seconds after the fact. Wouldn't matter anyways. Already in the end zone. That's already a touchdown for Wayland. I mean, we
talk about setting the tone here.
Yeah.
Wayland scores on the first play of the game from midfield. I mean, we all knew it was going to Max Dresens. He ran the ball and he got a touchdown early. So
if you looked away, I mean, you wouldn't even notice there was a defense. Just completely uncontested. O-line did a great job creating that hole, and Max Dresens just sprinting into the end zone.
yeah, Dylan Engelhart here on the extra point. He's only missed one this year, and he gets that one to go. So Wayland up 7-0 to start the game immediately, only 19 seconds in.
Yeah,
so here's
I mean,
the replay.
That was a 50-yard touchdown run by your Max Dresens.
Almost a 50-yard run for Max Dresens, immediately, blowing up the stat sheet with that one. So.
I mean, we talked about the run game before the game, and in front of our eyes, real-life example of that. So, completely dominant.
Yeah, it's rare you can just, immediately know what's going to happen, and it did, so. Here it is.
Here we got the replay of Max.
Yeah, he was
dusting that guy.
almost untouched. He had, two cuts there.
Dylan
Newton couldn't even get to him. Their secondary had no chance. So
Yeah.
Dylan Engelhart will kick off to Newton South after that touchdown, and we'll see what Wayland's defense can do, or maybe Newton South has a response here.
Great kick from Dylan.
Yeah. Oh, and he
A
muffs
little
it.
bit of a muff there.
Oh, and he's going backwards.
He's definitely going backwards, and we got half the team on him, and he is down on the ground.
Braden Licklider.
Yeah, tackle by Braden Licklider made the play there. So now they're deep in their own territory here. So wonder what
Yeah.
they can do here. Wayland's defense seems ready to go.
Tackle as well.
I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to get much going because Wayland's defense has been like a brick wall this year. Letting up very few points against opponents.
Yeah.
And let's see if their defense can be as strong as their offense.
Yeah, they've only allowed around 180 yards per game, but some of those are skewed by the matchups they played against. I mean, here, we'll see what Newton South can do, but, first play of the game set the tone. To get around 4 yards there on the carry.
Yeah, a little run to get the drive going.
Owen Finnegan with the tackle.
I'd probably look to see Newton South passing this ball more because, just looking at our D-line, the stats on them, it's just like running the ball is not your best option. Neither is passing it, to be fair.
Yeah, we'll see what Newton South can do here. Getting a 4-yard run play is, you can't really complain with that, but they kind of want to get to a 3rd and short situation. They do not want to get to like a 3rd and 10 or more. That'd be trouble for them.
Here's the pass, just a quick shovel.
Yeah, quick play action
Incomplete,
there.
but there is a flag on the field. Might have been pass interference. We'll see the call here.
Yeah.
We got touched a little early.
And it is
Yeah,
pass
it's pass
interference
interference.
on Wayland, early flag.
That looked like it was on number 10, Peyton Moran. Just unfortunate scenario, just kind of butted heads with that guy.
That should be an automatic first down for Newton South, so moving the chains early with the help of a penalty. So
Yeah, I'm sure Coach B's talked to the team about, limiting stuff like that
Pass interference for
Um,
Wayland.
and kind of
First
playing a
down,
clean
Newton South.
game. And they have done that this year thus far, so no reason to change.
Yep, they got 4 receivers out, 1 running back for this play. Let's see what they do, and they do run the
They will
ball.
Run the ball, yeah.
Get about 3 yards there, and Max Jones with the tackle.
Max Jones and John Chosey on that
Ben Hines with the
joint
tackle.
tackle. Oh,
Ben
I
Hines,
lied.
excuse me.
Ben Hines on that joint tackle. If you see on the edge, Jaden Kaufman there has been a force, with blitzing. So you never know when he's going to blitz. Usually always showing, but might not go, might go. That's that's kind of the beauty of the formation. So
Yeah.
intentionally deceiving.
So for Newton South here, they want to get at least 3 to 4 yards here to put themselves in position to maybe convert the first down. They're passing again, looking at a
Pass out
screen,
wide.
but it kind of gets blown up. Yeah, it does. So they lose yards on that play.
Bowen Morrison.
Bowen Morrison on that
with the
tackle.
Bowen Morrison on the
Snuffed it
tackle.
out.
He's been a guy that really showed his true colors this year with his pick 6 he got earlier in the year. Just kind of showing what he's about.
Yeah, only pick 6 of the year to Bowen Morrison. So great play by him. I was there in the student section. It was loud after that play.
It was electric.
It was.
Donovan Mason, number 3, just came in for 17.
Third down.
Jamie Buffum.
Yeah, third down here for Newton South. They kind of have to pass here. I can't see them picking it up running the ball. And they
Yeah.
do. They run play action.
Tipped up.
Oh, almost picked off.
Almost intercepted by Braden Licklider. But if you saw on that play, you saw Jaden Kaufman blitzing off the edge, like I talked about. You got the intimidation factor right in the QB's face, putting pressure on him, making a bad throw.
He was a bit open. It was just a little high by
Yeah.
the quarterback. Here's the replay, if we do show it here.
Oh.
We don't, but the throw's a little high, and Braden almost got that pick. That would have, they're punting anyway, but that would have put us in a bit better position. So Wayland in the driver's seat already. Oh, and that punt's blocked.
And it's blocked. I can't see.
And that play is gonna score.
It is a touchdown.
Touchdown Wayland again.
Jaden Kaufman on the block, scoop and score touchdown.
Yeah, what a play. It looked like there was no one there blocking him. He just ran right
Guy
to the
came
punter.
in like an eagle, just swatted that thing down, scooped it, scored. You can't ask for much more from your special teams.
Yeah, handling things himself there for the touchdown. So that was fun to watch. I think Wayland's going for 2 here. You got Michael Keenan out there.
Looks like it. Cole Chase jumping up and down, trying to say something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's only been around 3 minutes, and we're already up big.
Yeah. Looks like they are going to kick the extra point. Dylan's going to come out, attempt this thing. Hopefully.
Yeah, they are. Michael Keenan's the holder,
they
so
go up
excuse me, I thought he
14-0.
was there to take the snap, but. Yeah, what a play on special teams. I think that might have been the first punt block we've had this season.
I think we might have had one before that, but that's definitely the first scoop and score we've had
Extra
off a
point
punt
is
block
good.
like that. So
Dylan Englehart.
Yeah, Dylan punches that through, so Wayland up 14-0 here early.
Your Wayland.
This is exactly what Wayland wanted. I talked to Coach P. He said he wants to get up big early, hopefully by around the second quarter, which it's slated to be here, and maybe put the younger guys in. Rest the starters for their playoff matchup coming up. So ideal start for Wayland, nightmare start for Newton South here. Yeah.
yeah, definitely not ideal for Newton South, but I think it's important that Wayland, stays focused, keeps driving, keeps doing stuff like that. It's the little things. But yeah, I'm sure Coach P definitely told him to keep working no matter what happens. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, how do you think this will affect Newton South's confidence just getting just 14-point blitz right here?
I
to start the
mean,
game?
I don't think it was very high to begin with.
Oh, they muffed the kickoff.
I don't think Newton South's confidence was very high to begin with.
I think Wayland has it. A turnover again by Newton South if it goes that way, and they have it. Yep, Wayland has it. Muffed by Newton South again.
Second time Newton South muffs the kick. The first time wasn't turned over, but second time, clearly it was. So
absolute disaster for Newton South already.
I think Newton South's confidence is pretty much bottomed out in this point of the year. I don't think it's gonna, really get affected too much by this, but definitely a morale.
Wayland could get up 21 with, around like 8 minutes left in this game. Only 21 points in 4 minutes is wild. I mean, we obviously expected Wayland to come out swinging here, but I mean, they've delivered that, especially on special teams, which really matter. I know they're overlooked in some like NFL games, for example. Maybe there's a special teams play once in a while, but here they're making an impact. They run the end around.
Moran on the end around. He's zooming on the outside. Look at him, trucking his own teammates. He
gets down to the 2.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, down to the 2-yard line. Great run by Peyton Moran. And, I think everyone knows that Wayland's going to punch it in here with Max Dresens. At least try to, but I don't know.
Max Dresens or Mikey Caulfield, you see Max Dresens coming out of the game. It wouldn't really matter. They're both a force on the field.
Absolutely, and Michael will be back next year for his, I think, 3rd season on varsity. So hopefully he can fill those shoes, and he's been doing that as the backup to Max this season.
I mean, kid's been like a workhorse. He's getting the reps, definitely.
Hard to call him a backup. I mean, he's been putting in max effort, even in the off season.
I'd say more dual starters.
Yeah, so they hand it to him, and he punches it in.
The end zone.
Yep.
I mean, as expected. That was just dominance.
Yeah, he didn't fall down.
Nothing else to say.
Yeah.
I mean, up 20-0. Hopefully make it 21 after this extra point. Still 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. I mean, what more could you ask for as a coach?
Yeah, Coach Parsagian very happy with this start. And Dylan punches it in.
Nails the kick.
To go up 21-0.
Extra point is good. Dylan Engelhard.
Wow.
Warriors 21.
It's just, that's been.
Again, what else? What more could you ask for in a football program? I mean, going up 21-0, 8 minutes left. Newton South has been, I hate to say it, but playing like a chicken with their heads cut off. I don't really. No motivation in that team so far. So.
Yeah. So. I'm kind of just shocked on how this game has played out. I mean, I expected there to be, some fireworks early, but I mean, Newton South just seems to be lying down early. I mean, Wayland is a great football team. You can never say that a team isn't giving their effort out there.
You never want to put the underdogs down. There's always a chance. I mean, but it's not looking very likely as of.
Yeah,
as of
it's
now.
looking lopsided as of now. Hopefully Newton can, and they muff it again, but they secure it and they get around a 10-yard return, so let's start it around the 27-yard line this time.
I mean, I guess for Newton South, you can take the little victories. It's an improvement from the first 2 kick returns, which were both muffs. One of them resulting in a turnover and an eventual touchdown. So.
Yeah, if you look at the sidelines, I mean, Wayland's got a whole crew there. Newton South riddled injuries. Their sidelines a little bit thin.
Their sidelines looking a little bit sparse. It's
Yeah.
Injuries are tough. They're unpredictable. You can't really there's little you can do to prevent them.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate to see, but that's when you look for the younger guys to step up, make a name for themselves. A little fake screen, and it is right to Owen Finnegan. I mean,
picked off again.
That is, if
not
we count
again,
that punt block, that's 3 turnovers so far in this game. It's not even halfway done with the first quarter.
Yeah, here's the replay. We had a fumble, punt block, return touchdown, and an interception here by Owen Finnegan. It was right to him.
That was just.
I was about to say.
I don't know where he was really looking. He should have taken that screen. He was pretty open, but I mean, throw it to our team. Sure, that works too. If that's what you like to do. So,
Yeah, Michael Caulfield, the back again. I don't know if we're going to see Max Dresden's again in this game.
I would say we'll see him maybe once or twice more if Mikey gets tired, but I think they'll definitely be looking to put in their younger guys like Berger in.
They run the screen to Luke Froyo, and he gets around 16, 17 yards on there, so he gets the first down. Good play by him, but
Froyo with the first down reception.
The difference between Wayland and Newton South so far is that their rep quality has just been immaculate so far. Wayland doesn't take a snap off. They're not, they haven't been playing lazy. Newton South's just kind of looking a little bit lackadaisical and even tired, if you will. And it's, not very far into this game, so that's not a good sign. But
I don't know if Newton South's tired. I mean, they've been getting blitzed though. I mean, they've turned the ball over 3 times. They've muffed 2 kickoffs. I was gonna say before that interception that Newton had a couple good plays, missed the receiver, but it wasn't looking that bad. But they throw the pick there. They run play action to Michael Keenan, and it goes to Jamie Buffum for the touchdown.
Little shovel pass by Michael Keenan, Jamie Buffum, just Wayland's specialty. Gets in the end zone. I mean, up 27-0. This is just
It's getting a little out of hand.
It's getting very out of hand very quickly.
I mean, wide open.
Yeah,
just
completely
easiest pass of
uncovered.
the game for Michael.
I'm not sure. I think Newton South might have been blitzing there. I saw a couple guys in the backfield early, but Michael Keenan able to use his agility to get away from him and complete that pass.
Well, the good thing about having 2 really good running backs is that when we run play action like that, I mean, they don't really expect it. They might blitz like they did there, it seemed like, and the pass game opens up as it did for that touchdown to Jamie Buffum. So,
Dylan Englehart nailing that extra point.
yeah, 4 for 4 today. In the first 5 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the first quarter.
The net behind the field goal not serving its purpose, just kicking it over it every single time. So,
Yeah.
that's definitely a good thing. But
We got 3 seniors on the board already. So we got Max, Jaden Kaufman, and Jamie Buffum right there. And then we also have Michael Caulfield punching it.
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
so
see this kick by Dylan. Maybe we're not sure if he's gonna go for another squib like he did last time, or if he's gonna, keep it safe, go with the normal kick. But I don't know. Whatever they do, it seemed to be working. So.
yeah, 2 muffs on, I mean, really 3. One of them was secured, but that one is secured.
There we go.
So first clean catch there on the kick return. They get to around the 26.
And, just kind of falls down on immediate contact.
Yeah, you can hear the cheerleading and the pep band in the background. I was on the pep band for the past 2 years for a couple games, so it was good last year to watch them win, and then the year before that, we didn't have much success, but it was a fun experience getting the student section going, because the Wayland student section brings the energy almost every game at home, no matter the score, really. So shout out to them.
Let's see what Newton South can conjure up. A run play, which
There you go. They're pushing them.
what appears to be a
The little
smaller
things.
individual pushes forward.
Got 4 yards there.
Owen Finnegan with the tackle.
And Owen Finnegan on the tackle, as you heard right there. So, I mean, Newton South only 1 first down this game due to a pass interference by Wayland. So they've been getting little to nothing here. They haven't completed a pass. They've ran it a couple
they've been
times.
having nothing so far.
I think they did run a screen, but it was for no gain. They run it again, and they get around.
The running back breaks free a little bit, and he's speared down after the play by Jaden Kaufman.
With the tackle.
Yeah, good call there. So another short pickup, but I mean, their running back is pushing through.
I think size-wise, Newton South is at a size disadvantage against Wayland. Obviously, with a lot of guys being out, you're gonna get some of the younger guys in there, so
Yeah,
kinda
they're
size
they're
goes
starting
down
some seniors
with,
and freshmen.
without the year they are. But
Third down.
talking about the line, there's like a very stark difference between our D line and their O line. Kind of look like grown men, but
Yeah.
let's see what they do here.
So 3rd and short.
A little end around to number 2, and he is evading everybody as of now.
I don't think he got it. It'll be 4th and
Yeah.
short. I
He gets,
imagine. I imagine Newton South goes for this.
pile
'cause
drived.
Ben Hines with the tackle.
That was Ben Hines with that tackle. That was senior captain.
Yeah, 4th and 1. So I'm assuming that the offense is going to stay on the field. I think they are. I mean, I think Wayland can expect a run play here. Honestly, though, I think Newton South can get this unless Wayland just stuffs them right up front.
Yeah.
It's only a yard. They've been getting 3 to 4 yards a carry. So they could probably pick this up. So, I mean, Newton South looking for anything, any semblance of offense. Maybe if they can get a 10-yard play that could give them a spark or something, because they're getting pounded by Wayland here. They're down 28 in the first quarter. So, and they called timeout. So, guess they didn't have the play right. Wrong formation.
Timeout.
Yeah, I think Newton South's gonna take a timeout. You know, see their hand and play it accordingly. I would say that going forward on every instance in this game is definitely Newton South's top priority, because you can't go down 21-0 and not take every chance to advance the ball and score, because
Yeah, it's already in 4-down territory almost for them.
Newton
Yeah.
South, their offense hasn't got a lot of opportunities to show itself, but clearly struggling. So you gotta.
Yeah,
take
the little
what you can
passing
get.
game we've seen, we had one pass interference call on a play action, and then a pick by Owen Finnegan. So I don't know if Newton South's coaching staff is too keen on throwing the ball right now. They seem to be running it. So maybe they get bold and throw a screen pass or play action here, but I mean, I would expect them to run the ball to get this yard. But they're still in their own territory, so I mean, maybe even if they could get 3 points or something to get on the board, get a Patriots-Falcons going, scoreboard 28-3. But
Yeah, let's maybe not say that, Zabek. Definitely not something we want to happen to Wayland.
actually, yeah, you're right. I don't want to jinx it.
Let's see what they can do here.
They
Wayland
do.
is blitzing and
He goes deep.
going deep. Oh, that's very incomplete. Luke Fryo on the
Froyo on the pass coverage. Great play there.
Coverage.
pass deflection, doing a little celly. I don't know what that was, but it was something.
Yeah, Newton South goes deep on the pass on 4th and 1. So, man, maybe he could have had him, but I mean,
Yeah,
great coverage.
it's a 50-50 ball.
Maybe going for the flag.
Yeah, maybe trying to bait out a flag there, or
Yeah.
see if their wide receiver could, I don't know,
Draw contact,
pull-
maybe
pull-
pull it down.
pull some
yeah.
crazy catch, but didn't work. So
Wayland will have it again in Newton
we'll
South
see,
territory.
we'll see Wayland in a familiar situation.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's a mercy rule in football, is there? I mean,
There
they might
is
go up.
unfortunately no mercy rule, but I don't think I don't see Wayland keeping in their starters for the whole game. I'd say that they're going to put in some of the younger guys, and then maybe.
Are we on 100-point game
mellow
watch
out.
here? Are we or another?
And
My
there
goodness.
goes. There goes.
That is Max Dresden. So
mean,
back in the game.
Back in 2 runs, 2
Two
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Max
Yeah.
Dresden's committing to Bucknell earlier this year.
D1 program.
Yeah, D1 FCS program, definitely showing his attributes and skills on it as to why he deserved that.
He's going as a linebacker though, not
not a running
halfback.
back. Either one would work if we're being honest here.
He just gets out into open field like that. I mean,
You
first
know.
play of the game, we saw it right there. We saw it again.
You look at him. He's a big kid, but he can move. He's agile. So
Dylan Engelhart.
and Dylan Engelhart
North.
again. I mean,
Wayland Warriors 35.
this kid's automatic. You
Newton
just can't
South.
miss.
Go.
Yeah, the Wayland Press Network did a article on Max. He said, talked to him about committing to Bucknell. He said he picked that school mainly for the academics. So
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times, and he's I think going into
engineering, right?
yeah,
engineering. yeah.
And so I think I saw some form of article about that posted. So yeah, I mean, you got football and you got education. So
Yeah, right.
what more could you ask for?
Bucknell, great school for both of those.
Yeah, definitely looking to show out, put Wayland on the map a little bit at Bucknell.
Yeah. So Engelhardt to kick off again, having a great kicking game.
Going with the high kick. It is a little bit of miscommunication. Lets it bounce. Slips away from one guy, and he gets wrapped up
27.
by our entire special teams.
Yeah, just swarming coverage there by Wayland. Back into familiar territory.
Ben Jackson with the
You know, on
tackle.
special teams, kind of looks like a bee going after honey. I mean, it's like a swarm of dudes. So,
Yeah. Ben Jackson there getting the tackle, so love to see that from him. Another senior on the team. Making an impact. So
Yeah, Ben Jackson was out for a little bit with, I think, was pneumonia, but he has made a comeback, and he is definitely showing his attributes and skills on the field tonight and in past games.
yeah, three-sport athlete. Plays basketball last year. He also played
And
lacrosse, I believe. Yeah.
So,
Noon South throws it, and they do complete.
jack of all trades. The pass is not complete, actually. You
It's
can
not
see the
complete.
ball rolling
Oh, is that
up,
the ball? It looks like a helmet.
rolling over the. Oh, is
Yeah,
it
that was a
helmet?
helmet.
Okay, I lied. It was a helmet. It's a little blurry.
Yeah, Freyo's helmet
But
comes off.
Freyo's
right
helmet
there.
comes off, which is a somewhat common occurrence for some reason. But you can see him fixing it up there.
Yeah, that pass
mistaken for
was
the ball.
incomplete. It looked like he
It was
came down with
complete.
it. It was complete.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they did pick up the first
Yes.
down. So
They pick up the first down, that little out route. You know, they did eventually get, I think, like a positive passing play. So,
yeah, they got their first down that isn't from a penalty call. So
yeah. So
they like to see that. I mean, gives them a little confidence.
it's the little things for Newton South, I think, at this point.
Yeah, they haven't had much going for them. Head coach
Coach.
giving it to the quarterback there.
Yeah,
I
head
think.
coach probably telling his quarterback to relax and play his
Ben
game.
Jackson with the tackle.
Don't feel no pressure right now, because, I mean, not really a close game, so you can't really feel that much pressure. But
I mean, pressure must, be alleviated now, but I guess coming into this game it was high. Wayland's got great fans. They make it loud. Stadium pulse pretty high. So
yeah, pressure makes diamonds, but there's not enough pressure to make a diamond right now.
oh, they go deep again. Pass is a little off, but if that pass was online, that could have been caught there.
That looked. He had number 10 at a couple steps, or not a couple steps, but at least a step on the corner that was on him, and that would be Peyton Moran. So 10 on 10 action.
Brings up third down
But
for Lions.
had that pass been accurate, who knows? He could have caught that. Could have been batted down, but
Yeah. So 3rd and 9 for Newton South. Hopefully,
a little bit of a misfire.
I mean, if they're gonna go for it on 4th down, I mean, they could really do anything here. They did complete that one pass, so I don't think they'll be afraid to pass it again.
Yeah. I mean, I think regardless, they're going to go for it on 4th down unless this is like a
loss.
crazy loss of yardage.
Yeah.
But
Wayland's
I'd look for a
showing
pass.
maybe blitz here. Yeah, they rushed
They are
5.
blitzing, and the throw is
Off
off target
again.
again.
Yeah, throw over the head of
That would
his
be-
target.
That'd
so.
be Braden Licklider on the coverage. So, I mean, their quarterback, I think he's trying his hardest, but it's just hard. It's hard playing this defense.
Yeah, having basically the whole D-line running after you, having to throw off your back foot to a covered receiver is no
Yeah.
easy task.
We're seeing a running clock right now. I mean, that's
Yeah, you can tend to see that when the score gets run
score
up.
gets out of hand a little bit.
Yeah.
So just to kind of get the game moving, not see too many stoppages.
So Newton South punts on 4th and 9.
They're gonna let that dribble down to.
That was a pretty good punt, actually.
Yeah, pretty good punt. A little over the 10-yard line. So Wayland is, for the first time this game, I think, starting in their own territory.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, remarkable, seeing as it's almost the end of the first quarter and they haven't even, started in their half the field.
It's just a statement game by Wayland here. I mean, I know it's not the toughest opponent they could play, but
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of the players. They're kind of saying how this game is definitely going to be a nice, they were hoping it was going to be a nice win, which it's currently looking to be. But it's, in terms of power rankings, it's not going to help them out too much because Newton South has not been the greatest opponent for any team to play this year.
yeah, they have no wins. It's
they have-
actually harming Wayland in the
Yeah,
rankings
it's
by
actually
playing them.
winning this game, regardless of score,
Oh, man.
is harmful. But I mean,
Michael Caulfield,
Michael
taking
Caulfield.
it all the way down the field, and he's going to score again for the second time. So both running backs with 2 touchdowns. That one by Michael Caulfield. Two-headed monster in the backfield.
Newton South's defense is they're toying with Newton South's defense right now. I mean, there's not much they can do to stop them. I don't see an end to this in sight unless we don't have players on the field, which it would be an 11 against 0, and then maybe Newton South would have a chance. But
yeah, that was a great run. Hopefully we get the replay here.
Great blocking, great run.
Yeah.
Michael Caulfield showing off his speed.
Yeah, very fast. Hard to tackle. So, extra point's good by Dylan. So
Dylan Engelhard getting some kicking practice in today.
Yeah, 6 for 6 today. So
Wayland Warriors 42, Newton South 0.
yeah, here's Caulfield walking in. Yeah, another big play for Wayland. Seen a lot of that today. So we're gonna take you down to the field for first quarter interview, and we should hear about some of the other Wayland Fall sports. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Zoe Middlestead, and I'm super excited to announce that this week the playoff brackets were announced. The final rankings are boys soccer in 7th, and their first game will be against the 26th ranked team at home on Monday. The girls soccer first playoff game is also at home on Monday. They are ranked 16th and will be playing the 17th ranked team. Field hockey just had their first playoff game tonight and won it 2-0 and will be playing again on Monday as well. Girls volleyball is ranked 3rd, and they will be playing the winner of a play-in game that is happening right now. Now back to the studio. Thank you.
Success.
Bowen Morrison with the tackle. First down, Lions.
Yeah, so Wayland Fall sports, or Wayland sports in general, have been really picking up in the past couple years, especially in the fall. So we should see volleyball and field hockey, like Zoe said. So and the football team too, as we're seeing tonight. Probably gonna move up to 7-1 after this game. I know it's the first quarter and you don't want to call things, but it's been a bit of a beat down here from Wayland. So. Excuse me, guys. I have to fix my partner's mic here.
The battery died.
His battery died, but
Had to reload the battery, but we are definitely back now. Zebek with the assist on putting this on the color of this.
yeah, making plays in the studio. So
I mean, not just limited to the field. And I think we're seeing a couple new guys on the field. Definitely some new numbers popping off. And
Newton South takes
that is-
advantage with the pass play. They get around midfield.
Yeah, you can definitely see that some of the younger guys are in now because that was a completed pass.
Yeah.
Rare occurrence for Newton South so far.
For a game like this, Wayland obviously looking to get the win here by a pretty big margin, but do you think that hurts a good team coming into the playoffs? Because when you play a weaker opponent and then go into the playoffs playing a strong opponent that's ranked, do you think it can have a negative effect by playing a team like this?
I definitely think it does, because I think I touched on this earlier, but power rankings mean a lot, and certainly in terms of dictating whether you play home or away playoff. And so playing a team like Newton South, blowing them out doesn't matter because the highest score differential you can get is like a 14-point score differential per game.
Yeah.
So with you beat them 100-0, you beat them 14-0.
Same deal.
It's the same. They look at it the same because of the strength of the opponent. If they're playing I think that Lincoln Sudbury was definitely a big win. Bedford was a big win for them.
Yeah.
That definitely moved them up in power rankings because those teams were ranked higher in the power rankings. Team like Newton South, I mean, I think they're ranked last in Division I right now, and their power ranking is probably fell off a cliff.
Yeah, they're kind of just going around and hurting the differential for most of the teams they play.
Yeah, so I mean, for a team
0-7.
like Wayland looking to win and move up in the power rankings, Newton South maybe isn't the opponent to play, but regardless, they're definitely making the playoffs. It's just a matter of where they might be playing.
Yeah, so some of the second stringers are in, but we still have some seniors in the game. We have Ben Jackson, Ankit Nambiar, and Sully out there, all on the D line. So hopefully we can see some plays from them. Newton has been moving the ball a little bit since some of the younger guys have been coming in, some of the JV guys. But Wayland's up in the driver's seat, so it's just good to see people get reps. Yeah.
Going deep
Oh.
and oh my.
And that's a touchdown. Wow.
That is a touchdown. Kind of looked like he stepped out there.
For a touchdown.
Not sure who was covering him, but
Newton South gets on the
Newton
board.
South, not really a response down 42, but I mean,
I call that a response.
Yeah, I'd call that maybe a morale booster. I guess. I don't know. It's like
Definitely.
you can't really. They really have nothing right now, so something is better than nothing.
Yeah, Damian Sedoya in coverage.
Yeah.
Newton South kind of got the best of him there.
For
And they're going for two
two.
here.
Looking to maybe close this score and
Incomplete.
incomplete.
So, I mean, they get the donut off the board, putting
Mm-hmm.
up 6 points. So, 42-6 in the second. Again, a running clock, so the quarters will feel a bit shorter. But
2 points.
Wayland does let Newton South into the end zone there. So,
I mean, that's what you're gonna see, putting in some of the younger guys to test them out, see how they play. Not a really bad thing. Some of these guys haven't played at all, and if they have played, very little in varsity games. So, better to give them a varsity experience now
right. Rather make mistakes now than
rather
next
make
season.
mistakes now than when they're actually starting and it matters most. So, I think Coach P's trying to see what his team's going to look like in a year or two.
Yeah, even in some of these snaps that might not matter to people viewing or might not have implications. Onside kick there,
Onside kick
taken by Wayland, but
Didn't work.
even some of these, you could call them, garbage time snaps, but coaching staff from Wayland kind of just wants to see how certain players play
Yeah.
when the stakes don't matter, and then when the stakes do matter, they can probably expect similar output from them. You want to see your players giving it all on the field,
Yeah.
no matter what the score is. So it's a good
we
learning
saw-
experience.
Earlier, we saw some freshmen actually suiting up for this game.
Yeah.
They might play, they might not play, who knows? But, rare occurrence, freshmen on varsity in, normal games. I think we saw Max Dresden's his freshman year play in at least one varsity game, which was quite unheard of until then. But it's become
Oh,
increasingly more
this is
common, and
Bray
here
J.
goes
Walton.
Bray
Yeah,
breaking tackles
all the
and
way for a
getting free.
touchdown.
I mean,
All the running backs are eating today.
Touchdown, Wayland Warriors!
Great play there.
every single running back on Wayland right now is putting in work.
Yeah.
Like,
We also saw Michael Keenan no longer in the game. We got Matty Johansson starting at quarterback now. Mikey Johansson, my fault. That's his brother. Hand off to Berger there for the touchdown. So
yeah, I mean,
no doubt about it.
that was not only did he dust everybody, that was crazy agile. I mean, kid broke
Yeah,
a couple
on the sideline
tackles.
all the way
Yeah,
down.
kid broke a couple tackles to get that. I mean, you had to work for it. So
Well, we do have Michael Keenan in there doing holding duties for the extra point, but shouldn't see any more quarterback reps from him tonight.
the kick is good by Dylan Engelhardt.
Extra point is
Again.
good.
7 for 7.
7 for 7. I mean,
Yeah, kicking the ball is not easy. I know people might watch TV, see some, pro kickers just drain them
yeah.
from
people,
deep, but
people
kicking
love
is not
to
hard. Not easy.
hate on pro kickers for kind of doing nothing, but not easy. Definitely not easy.
Yeah. So, great job from Dylan Engelhardt going 7 for 7 so far.
Yeah, we saw Mikey Johansson get some reps starting actually earlier this year when Michael Keenan was out for a week or two.
I think they ended up winning that game.
illness. They
won that
did
game,
end up
didn't-
winning that
Yeah,
game.
they did. So he played well.
They, prioritized the run obviously with a sophomore quarterback.
Yeah.
Who might have been, kind of scared to play, but I mean, he
Threw him
came
into
out.
the fire.
They threw him into the fire. He, proved
Oh,
to them
muffed
that,
again, I
you know,
think. Yeah,
Yeah,
for a touchback. But he had around 80 yards that game, I believe. Wayland still, using their running game to set the tone. But, quarterback still has an important role there with the handoffs, maybe throwing it a couple times, play action.
Someone's
Someone
has
down for
collapsed on the
Wayland.
sideline. That is Donovan Mason. Donovan Mason was actually out for a week, for I think 2 weeks actually, with an ankle injury. Which, seeing it in person, in the classroom, he took off his shoe unprovoked and showed us, and it was disgusting. It was a huge swollen ankle.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
Yeah, definitely hate to see that, especially on senior night. Putting in the younger guys not only to get them reps, but also to prevent, needless injuries for varsity. So
Yeah, for sure. Donovan, one of the bigger receivers on the team, definitely has made some plays in his
bigger
high
receivers and bigger. He's definitely a
Solly Nguyen with the
prominent
tackle.
figure on defense. With I think he has an interception this year. I think that was against Waltham.
Yeah. Shout out Sully, by the way. He got the tackle, senior in for Wayland right there, made the play. So pressure gets there. Should have
Almost
maybe been picked off.
intercepted. Almost by. I think
Joe
that was
Dearden, yes.
Dearden,
Pass was almost picked off by Joseph Dearden.
Almost picked off there.
Almost.
Ball ended up being dropped, so it's 3rd and 6. So still pressure getting there. We got 3 out of 4 of the defensive linemen are seniors out there, so they're still getting to the quarterback, making an impact.
We see the half's almost done here. Game definitely moving quickly.
Yeah,
With
for
that
sure.
running clock, which I guess only helps Newton South. It maybe will soften the blow,
Yeah.
but get this wrapped up quicker for them. But I'd say these seniors want to definitely.
Yeah, so 3rd down here for Newton South. Back to pass, and
That is incomplete. He was out of bounds.
yeah, he was out of bounds. I think he came down with it,
Yeah, he
but he didn't get the
came
foot
down
down.
with it, but he didn't get the foot down in
Pass
bounds.
incomplete.
So it'll be
Curry
an
with
incomplete pass.
coverage.
What I
Yeah.
was saying about the seniors, they definitely want to savor this moment. This is obviously senior night, emotional game for some, for the seniors. They're definitely a lot of memories in the program. They, some kids grow up playing football. Some of them joined later, but
Yeah, and
nevertheless, they definitely sad to go.
Yeah, and for sure. I mean, for a lot of these seniors, it's the last bit of football they'll play. I know for some, like Max, going to Bucknell, but especially now is a good time to savor the moment because especially they're going to play another game, but it's going to be playoffs. You can't really sit back and enjoy a game. I mean, you can in the playoffs, but you got to be completely locked in. You don't really realize that, like, oh, it's my last football game. When you're playing, you kind of just focus on getting the win. But here, you can kind of just savor every play.
I think they took a timeout, but clock is continuing to run through the timeout, which I actually didn't know it ran through timeouts. But I mean, it wouldn't really matter anyways. I think we're gonna.
I don't know if they call time. I think they're just letting it run out.
Oh yeah, that might be. That's true.
Maybe a clock issue. I think they might add some time. Or maybe not. Maybe the half is over.
No, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like the half
they
is
actually
over.
just let the clock run out. So that
Yeah.
is the half.
Halftime. Your Wayland Warriors 49, Newton South.
Yeah, so Wayland up big at halftime. We're going to take you down to the field
Tonight,
in a couple moments
special
for the
musical
halftime
guest with
report.
us.
But Wayland, big statement,
Please give a
up
big
49
welcome to the
to
5th grade
6.
band members from Clayton Hill,
we're here now.
Happy Hollow, and
Oh, we're
local
here.
schools.
All right, well,
And
as you
their
can see,
director,
I don't know if you guys have been
Christy
tuned in the
Phoenix.
whole time, but for those who
fifth
haven't been
grade
here the whole
band will
time,
now
Wayland,
perform the
huge
famous
statement,
Let's
scored about
Go
42 points
Band.
in the first quarter.
The Wayland High
Then
School
running
Pep
clock,
Band, under direction of Mr.
Started running, and then
Joseph
we had
Bonachuk will
another
join
touchdown in the second
together
quarter.
with our
Newton South
fifth grade
punched one in.
musicians who perform the hit tune,
But Wayland has just been absolutely dominant for most of this game.
Yeah, I'm not
overall.
sure if you can look for Newton South to score much more than that. With, the younger guys, and you might see a couple, little things here and there, maybe some mistakes, but I think coaches keep the younger guys definitely still disciplined, even though they might not play as much as the, seniors and juniors. So I think we're gonna send it down to the field for
Yeah, we are.
to Salma right now.
Hi guys, I'm Salmo Eduardo, football team manager, here reporting the halftime recap. We're up 49-6 against Newton South on Wayland football team's senior night. Earlier today, we presented 21 seniors, including myself. Coach P, how do you feel about us paving the way against Newton South and losing 19 seniors on the team?
Yeah, I mean, this senior group has been with us through the thick and thin. Like we've said before, 2 years ago, we were on that side of Newton South where we were 0-7, and we were trying to battle every week to get a win. It feels obviously a lot better to be on this side, but I also feel for Newton South because I've been there. But seniors are playing great. Unfortunately, we're going to pull them right now because we're on to playoffs, and that's all we care about right now. We want to go into the playoffs healthy, and we're ready to roll next week.
So quarter 3, it's all going to be second line?
Yeah, second and third. You're not going to see any seniors. They're done. We're moving on. The brackets are going to be announced on Sunday at 1 o'clock. We'll see where we're going, who we have next.
Thanks for checking in with us.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Coach P's mom. Have a good night. Reporting the halftime stats, Max Dresens is the leader with 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Peyton Moran has 20 yards.
2024 season, the Wayland High School Pep Band
Michael Caulfield leading in second with 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. Berger is a sophomore with 54 yards and 1 touchdown. Michael Lekinen with 26 passing yards, and Luke DiPietro Froyo with 18 receiving yards. With 18 receiving yards. Let's go, Wayland!
We'll see you when the second half starts. We're gonna have Wayland Pep Band play a song. Maybe you guys can hear it.
Let's hear it for the band. And Wayland High School Pep Band seniors, Evan Brown, Aiden Wang, Stephen Lightsell, John McGonigal, Joshua Proctor, Jack Riera, Zach Thone, and Santiago Welton. Berger Walton with the tackle. Carried by number 2. Number 20, Jared Mead. With the Alex Galper with the tackle.
All right, we're back. Second half started very fast. We're going to go on the field to get some interviews, but they started the game back up. So we're back now. 2 minutes down already in the third quarter, but not much has happened.
Oh my
As Whalen gets
God.
a strip sack.
He's got like javelined into the ground.
I think Newton has it, but that was a great play.
Well, sophomore Selly, I don't know what that was, but
Yeah, great play by Alex Galper there. Great strip sack.
I don't know if that was a strip sack or like a
No, the ball
suplex.
the ball came out. Yeah, I mean,
I saw that bit, but I mean, jeez.
he did get Newton South
got
did
flipped
recover,
over.
but I think it's
I mean,
third
they're
and
at
third and
their,
long.
what looks like they're at their 2-yard line right now. I know I was saying that Whalen's familiar position would be in Newton South's half of the field. This is Newton South's home so far, kind of backed up.
And
That is an
over his
incomplete
head.
pass. I think that was
tight coverage.
Joe Dearden on the coverage, if I'm not mistaken. Overthrown, kind of just like skied it.
Yeah. So fourth and unattainable right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Newton South's gonna punt. So Wayland just making their statement. At halftime, if those who haven't heard the interview with Coach P, he basically talked about pulling the seniors now, having eyes set on the playoffs, because this game is already out of reach for Newton South. Wayland doesn't need to get pretty with it here. They just need to just finish out
punt
the
by
win.
Newton South was untouched by Wayland. I saw, I think, a Newton South guy, I don't know why, but he looked like he was trying to sit on the ball for reasons
Maybe trying to just
unknown to me.
maybe slipped on the field, but it'll be Wayland ball in Newton territory. It's basically been their territory, the entire field almost. They've been
The
doing
entire
whatever they
field
want.
has been kind of Wayland's
Wayland territory.
territory.
Yeah, they've been
Newton
having
South
their way.
hasn't been safe kind of anywhere, defense or offense. I mean, even with the younger guys in the game, it's still kind of same.
They're on to
same
Berger
output.
Walton.
I mean, Berger, look at him go.
He might go. Oh,
Oh,
and
staying in bounds
stays in bounds.
for the touchdown. I mean,
So 2 touchdowns apiece for each running back on Wayland offense here. So, wow, just another great
like
play.
almost stepped out of bounds there. Kind of looked like he was walking on a,
tiptoeing on the sideline.
on like a tripwire or something.
Kind of standing out there in the backfield like Ashton Jinty, I'm not going to lie. It's just standing there waiting to get the carry, and he punches it in again. So,
I mean, besides from that glaze, that was definitely a great run by Berger.
yeah, second of the game.
Yeah, second touchdown of the game. Wayland running backs have kind of just been like dominating Newton South. Just no end in sight. This is I hate
Yeah.
to say it, embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point.
And you
may
heard
be
Coach P.
classified.
He's been on. Oh, what happened there?
First miss of the game from
First mistake
Dylan.
for Dylan Englehart. I mean,
Yeah,
you
so-
can't get them all. So, that's,
7 out of 8, I believe.
but we heard Coach P at halftime say 2 years ago he was kind of on Newton South side of the ball here. Wayland was Wayland was
Oh, they were.
they
I
were
think they were defeated, yeah.
they were 1-10 that year.
They were.
And their seniors were all right, but I think that I think a lot of the now senior guys who were sophomores were, still developing into the players they have become, as we see.
Yeah.
So it was.
So full rebuild for Wayland here.
I mean, we see the sophomores right now playing in the game, and they look,
They look good, yeah.
they definitely look good. I mean, but the varsity guys are just way better. But I mean, imagine sophomores
in 1 to 2 years, yeah, they could
starting every game.
continue where
That
some of the
must be
seniors
tough.
left off. Yeah, for sure.
That year, after that year, it was like kind of something to prove every year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have benefited Wayland to have that one losing season because, I mean, losing to that extent is very frustrating. You hate to lose at all, and then just having like a really bad season probably lit a fire under a lot of these players, and
Yeah.
it's kind of carried them to this point now where they've completely turned around. They've flipped their record almost. Only one loss this season. When 2 seasons ago they only had 1 win. So.
Yeah, I think that that 1-10 season, it was like they had a stove and a pan and gas and no flame, and I think they found that flame last year and this year.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. So Newton South has it again in their own territory. They have it around the 20, and
That is incomplete.
flat route is high.
This quarterback, I think, it's
Been
been
a rough night for.
rough night for him.
Yeah, that one touchdown pass. He
He did have that one touchdown pass. That was definitely impressive. Wide receiver went up, made a nice catch, and stayed in bounds. But he's having some trouble, I think, getting the ball down. Has a tendency to overthrow, which
I mean, doesn't help with the Wayland pressure getting to him. Doesn't make it
doesn't
any
help
easier.
with Wayland's D-line kind of pressuring him, and it also doesn't help that I'm not sure this guy's their main starter, so might some
Going
other
deep
pressures.
again, and he is
wow,
open.
He is.
Yeah. Wow.
That coverage.
And
was-
he will go all the way.
Yeah.
So
that
as he
was,
may have jinxed him. May have jinxed him there.
I think might have spoken that into existence. I think I hope that the quarterback didn't hear us because he kind of.
Damian Sedoya unfortunately
Number
torched
6
again
defense.
for the second time this game for the touchdown. He was
Wow,
on the
that
coverage.
was we said earlier, make the mistakes now, and so you can prevent them later.
Yeah, here's the play. That was a great pass. Even though you were kind of hating on him there, he threw a great ball.
I was entirely hating on him, and he very much so proved me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Damian Sedoya, a bit undersized as a corner, also playing probably the hardest position to play in football to keep up with the receiver.
Skill-wise, yeah. Skill-wise, you got to be.
You got to be very good.
You got to be very technical, and you also got to be speedy, which
Yeah. So he got Newton South got the best of him there, but
You're going for 2 here, trying to.
They are, yeah. Wayland's still up 43, so.
They
Can't see it there. I don't think they got it.
I'm not sure if they got it. I'm gonna assume no. So
Yeah, I don't think they got
I
it.
mean, go for a 2-point conversion, trying to close the gap a little bit, but it's like trying to fill the Grand Canyon with water, and you just ain't gonna do it. It's looking pretty futile right now for Newton South.
Yeah.
You can see the replay there.
He actually dropped it.
It was
Yeah.
looked to be in the receiver's hands, and all you have to do was
Looked like he
keep
had,
his eye on the ball and catch it. But
had oven mitts on there.
yeah, kind of looks like he had I don't know, maybe he had some grease on his gloves, Butterfingers. But
Butterfingers, yeah.
happy Halloween.
Not much going Newton South's way, but they did crack double digits, so not all bad. You can't take a couple good things away. They did have some good deep balls, so.
That is another onside kick that is bobbled, and
I think Wayland fields it. So.
I think Wayland got it. I think that was bobbled at least. I don't know, but.
Yep, Wayland did recover the ball, so they
Recovered by
will
Wayland.
take over on offense again. Maybe get another running touchdown because there's been 6 of them tonight. So
I think I said earlier that they were looking kind of tired, but I mean they're still, putting in some effort to come back here. They're not, taking the, well, we're gonna lose anyways route. They're gonna still try to
Yeah.
eliminate the deficit.
So Berger's still in the backfield, getting all the reps tonight. So probably for the rest of this game. So he's had 2 touchdowns along with Michael Caulfield and Max Dresden. So 6 rushing touchdowns is, that's a really good number.
Yeah.
Gets around 4 or 5 yards there. So
I mean, as far as rushing goes,
Walton with the 3-yard run.
just
most of
if
Wayland's
they,
offensive
if it
production.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
No reason to change up, but I mean, we might see Wayland switch to maybe a little bit of a passing offense just to test out their QB. Because why not? Up by so much, just
Maybe run some plays that they haven't gotten to in games yet, but
throwing stuff at a wall, see what sticks.
they've had some sticking today with the running game. They run it
Yeah.
again to Berger. He has a bit of an opening.
Breaks a
And-
couple ankles and
He might go again, and he does. So
I mean, like, if you're 56 on Newton South, you're just watching that guy waltz into the end zone, just, in his dust. It's like,
yeah, Walton waltzed at the end zone, if you will. That's his 3rd touchdown tonight.
that might have been a little bit of a swing and a miss by Zabek.
That was a
I
swing
mean,
and a miss.
Like,
But he did score again. Wayland up big. I don't really care.
Berger's showing signs of a promising future in the Wayland football program. I can definitely see it now. And you see him count how many touchdowns he has on his fingers.
Career high.
Yes, career high for Berger for rushing touchdowns and probably rushing yards. But
Dylan Engelhart again for the kick. He's missed 1 tonight.
Dylan Engelhart.
So yeah, so we're gonna take it down to the field for the end of the 3rd quarter segment. Get some more insight, but all Wayland tonight. So maybe they run up the score a little more in the 4th.
Hi, I'm Andy Newton. I'm here with Wayland Sports Broadcasting Live, and I'm also here with Zoe Middleset. Zoe, can you tell us a little bit about how you feel about the USA Day Psych?
I love this psych. It's one of my favorites that we do all year, and I loved it since freshman year. I think it's really fun.
Me as well. And can you tell us a little bit about your outfit tonight?
Yeah, I kind of pulled it together last minute, but I just wanted to get a little bit of the red, white, and blue, so I got a little bit of each color on me.
That's awesome. And Zoe, are you on e-board?
I am on e-board. I actually didn't get to see much of the game. I was working in the snack shack, and it's pretty busy over there. So
It's a pretty hectic night because we have so many fans showing up to support our Wayland football team. Thank you so much, and we're going to send you back to the station.
Yeah, thanks guys. So Wayland does a weekly psych at all their home games. From Neon, USA Psych tonight, some blackout games.
Yeah, they
So-
home and away fans definitely showing out at both.
Yeah.
Doing psychs at either one. I don't think they really care. They'll show up, be loud, bring the energy. So definitely helps out.
So Newton South letting up probably what might be the most points they have all season with 67. They put up 12. So
It's something.
it's something. I mean,
Ain't
pales in-
much, but it's something.
Hayden Duffy with the tackle.
Yeah.
Some new names, new numbers getting in the game. You see Hayden Duffy getting that tackle. If I was Coach B, I'd be really excited for the future of the program. Definitely sad to see these guys go, the senior class. Definitely has a big impact on the field and off the field.
Another
I
overthrown
know that
pass.
they have a lot of,
Passes incomplete
they're really good
to
leaders,
number 2.
and they definitely help teach younger classes, how to act, how to have good discipline on and off the field.
Developing a winning culture overall,
Yeah.
I'd say.
I think that winning culture that maybe Wayland lacked 2 years ago has definitely made its return
Yeah.
to the program, and we've seen it through these seniors, and we hope to see it in the years to come.
I mean, I'd say it's been a remarkable turnaround going from 1-10 to the playoffs and putting up a good fight against Scituate. So even this
Yeah.
year, playoff bound, brackets come out this Sunday after a win like this. So maybe we can advance. Newton South completes it there. They get to about, they let him go. So he keeps going. Had him wrapped up for sure at around midfield, but he'll take it all the way for a touchdown here.
That I
Some
think that was 24. Joe Dearden on the coverage, kind of lit up the pass, but
bit of an error there on the
yeah,
tackling.
bit of a miscue on the tackling, kind of wrapped him up, but didn't quite get him down. So it's another touchdown for Newton South, but
I mean, luckily Wayland's built up a big lead, so I mean these plays can happen.
yeah.
Maybe might get highlighted in film.
Yeah, I mean,
but
might get a little bit grilled in film, but at the end of the day, it's okay. Mistakes happen. Games like this, they matter a little bit less than in close games, but
yeah.
again, rather make the mistakes now than later.
So Newton South with a huge touchdown to cut the lead to I think around. Oh, they get the 2. So
and they get the 2.
Cut the lead to 47.
Yeah, that's cutting the lead to 47 isn't something you want to hear. You usually want to say, cut the lead down to within 3 years, a touchdown. But I mean, 47, are you serious? This is
Well, I mean, 20 points would usually be almost a competitive game, but Wayland's been pouring it on offense. 7 rushing touchdowns.
If I was Newton South after this game, I'd go home and just kind of think about, maybe not this year, but the next, kind of seeing what you can do to get better as a program, because I mean, clearly one individual cannot,
Right.
seal this wound that is their team. So
yeah, hopefully the incoming class maybe generates a culture change in the football program for Newton South. Obviously dealing with injuries here, and especially with a team that has a lot of injuries, it's hard to develop an identity.
We see 22, which is
kick
Alex
only about
Galper
10 yards.
on
It gets fielded, yeah.
on the kick return. Gets a couple yards there.
But Wayland again in Newton South territory.
Yeah, familiar.
Familiar, yeah. That's the best word I'd use for that. Familiar. So.
I think these younger guys definitely want to get on the field. Definitely want opportunities to play. I don't think they want to ride the bench at all. Stuff happens like we saw early in the year with Michael Keenan going out, where Mikey Johansson had to play. It's like
Yeah, but next up mentality.
Like that. Yeah.
Next up mentality. All these guys have been playing really well. On the run play there, it was not Berger this time. It was Joe Dearden with the carry. He gets only maybe 1 to 2 yards.
Yeah. If you're one of these younger guys, your mentality to get on the field, you got to be like a lab on the first day of duck hunting season. You got to be pulling at the chain. So you got to definitely want to get in there.
Yeah, you got a lot of good metaphors tonight, does he? Run it to Dearden again, and he probably gets the same result, around 2 to 3 yards. So it should be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5.
Joe Dearden.
Wayland in no rush, probably trying to get out of this game. Hopefully no injuries occur. Football is a pretty intensive sport.
Yeah, we saw that injury during Waltham.
Yeah, during Waltham, yeah.
That was brutal. I mean, again, random injury.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it.
Snapped his arm in half. That was disgusting.
Yeah, had to get him off the field. Had to get an ambulance there.
Rush him off the field.
Gets the first down there.
Hope he's doing well now. Definitely not something you want to see. Never want to see injuries, especially not of that caliber.
Joe Dearden.
But there's risks to the sport, but there's rewards.
There is rare play right here. I think Wayland's going to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be Donovan Mason, who is back out on the field after what seemed like an injury earlier in the game.
I think he definitely bit down. He's back.
Yeah, he is back. He gets the punt off cleanly, and it's a very good punt.
Bouncing back, and that is a beautiful punt. You can see
down around the 4-yard line. So
swarming the punt. Donovan Mason doing a
little putt right there with the foot. So good play there.
Donovan Mason hyped on the sideline. I think it's good to see seniors having fun. It's you never want to lose senior night, and clearly it's not going to happen.
I'd say
the 5-yard line,
the most tired group out here is probably the pep band. Every time Wayland scores, they have to play Hooray for Wayland, and they've had to play that many times tonight. So I think
yeah.
they're probably pretty exhausted over there. You can hear 'em.
I would, their lungs might be hurting a little bit from
Yeah.
all the, or maybe their hands if you're playing the drums here. But I mean, respect out to those guys.
Yeah, playing My House, if you can hear it.
And
Dropped by Newton
my
South.
Lord, that is not the drop you're trying to see. That was number 32, John Miles on the coverage. It kind of got a little behind his man there, and that could have had the I don't know how fast that guy.
Could have
is,
been the
but
touchdown
could have
they
been-
needed, yeah.
Could have been a little extra morale boost that might have came at the end of the game for Newton South. Didn't happen though. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, quarterback in a bit of a rush. They're pinned inside their own 4-yard line, so if Wayland Pressure could get there, maybe get a safety.
Yeah, I mean,
Which would, I think they've probably scored in almost every fashion.
looks
really.
like number 11, which must be Hayden Duffy, might have jumped there a little bit before the snap. This is,
Yep, it
one
will
of
be
very few
penalty.
penalty flags that Wayland has against them, offense and defense.
Yeah, they had a pass interference early in the game, moved the chains from Newton South, and
Since then, I think
offsides here.
Since then, I think they have a pretty clean game. So couldn't ask for much more. You see, breaking out kind of a big run there for I would say about 15
Josh
yards.
Major with the tackle.
Josh Magyar on that tackle, Major.
Yeah, I think that's their longest rush of the game, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they're definitely their longest rush of the game. Not the longest
Play of the game.
play.
Yeah, they've had a couple.
They've had a couple deep balls that they've converted on. I think.
Yeah.
I think both of them they've scored touchdowns on. So that's definitely something.
So Newton South now at around the 25-yard line. Back to pass, and it's over his head again. So similar stories from Newton South. Overthrown passes, a couple of unforced
Offense
errors.
continues to struggle as kind of the clock winds down here. About to get to a little over 2 minutes left in the game. That running clock definitely makes a big difference. It's,
Yeah, the game went by very quickly.
yeah.
After the first quarter.
If you sat down with your popcorn and watched this game,
You'd be halfway through the bucket only,
Yeah,
I'd
you'd
say.
be halfway through the bucket. You
Yeah.
wouldn't get fully through it yet. So.
Newton South back to pass again, and
Almost
I didn't see it.
intercepted by 14. Alex Evangelista
yeah.
Jr. I mean,
Alex
I think it
Evangelista.
might have bounced off of him.
With the
Didn't expect
deflection.
the ball to come.
he couldn't see it with the
Yeah.
helmet. It popped up. He couldn't
Popped
see it.
up, couldn't find it in the lights there, but regardless of pass deflection, so that's
Yeah, so a little under
not
2 minutes now. Game is 100% over.
yeah. This is like
Been over for a while, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say the game was over almost.
I
2
think the
minutes.
game was over. I don't want to say it, but maybe even in the first quarter. I mean,
Oh, I'd say absolutely in the first quarter.
like-
They scored like 21 in around 3 minutes.
I mean,
Yeah, just a domination here.
Newton
by
South
Wayland.
continues to run plays here, but I think as the crow flies, this game is over.
They complete there, and get around. They pick up the first down, so moving the chains here.
Yeah.
So Newton South does have 3 more games after this. This is not the twilight of their
Don with the
season.
tackle.
So they're still gonna, maybe put plays in that they don't get to run, just see what works,
Caesar
what can carry them into
Israel
their
with
next
the
game.
reception.
Yeah, I think if you're Newton South, you just gotta think about the next year. I think you gotta put this year behind you. Put this year behind you. Just kind of forget about it. You gotta have a short memory if you're Newton South. Put this game behind you. If you're Wayland, you gotta use this game and have it carry you into the playoffs. It's kind of like a
Jack Don at number
morale
30
booster.
with the tackle.
Yeah, Wayland
Hopefully
should
do
not get complacent after a win like this. They will play harder opponents.
Yeah, definitely,
And
definitely.
they can't, just like that. I mean, they were 5-0 or 4-0, and then they ended up playing Shawsheen. They got their
Yeah.
teeth knocked out there. So
I mean, Shawsheen is
great program.
up there in the power rankings. They're one of the best in Massachusetts, even if they're D5.
And
So
Curry with the
Yeah.
tackle.
that's a loss, but
Yeah.
respectable.
That'll end the game here. Wayland 67, Newton South 20. So a 47-point victory for Wayland.
You know, senior night. What more can you ask for except the big win? I'm sure all the seniors are definitely happy with that win.
I think most seniors had to highlight this game.
Yeah, I mean, none of them played bad. I think that, you know, the younger guys, you know, little to no mistakes, but
Had a couple touchdowns, but
those mistakes are definitely valuable lessons that they'll use for later years when they have a pivotal role on this program.
Let's hear it for the band.
yeah, let's see
Thank
sportsmanship
you,
here.
and good night.
Handshake line
Yeah,
for both teams.
If you're Coach P, you're happy with all aspects of this game, I think.
I think the main message coming out of this is to not let this get to your head, and just go into playoffs with a bit of a desperation mentality. You know, you got to play like.
I think you want to go into this playoff game thinking, you know,
it's your last
we don't want to
game.
just win this game. We want to win the next and the next and the next.
Yeah. So I'd say the biggest X factor tonight was the run game. Wayland had 7
most
rushing
definitely.
touchdowns, 2 touchdowns apiece from all the running backs. Berger had 3. So just lights out performance from the Wayland offense, and their defense when the starters were out there gave them little to nothing. And when the second string guys, came out there, they allowed 3 touchdowns. But you know, you can't expect there to be a shutout every game.
Yeah, not a ton of passing from Wayland. I mean, they had a few little end around plays and a few little shovel passes. One of them to Jamie Buffin for a touchdown.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, even though there wasn't a ton of it, definitely still worked. I mean, I don't think any of it was like crazy flawed. I didn't see any huge errors from Wayland at all on the offensive side of the ball. Flags were very limited. I think they were maybe
only 2 penalties. Yeah.
2 penalties, one on defense, both on defense, I think.
Yep.
So, I mean, clean game overall. They didn't really, obviously, put up, I forget, like, what was it,
67 points.
67.
Yeah, 67 points.
I mean, 67 points is not easy to put up, especially in high school.
I mean, with no running clock, they could have put up 100, I'd say. At least.
Easily.
You think?
With starters in,
especially.
You know, it's like Alabama playing, you know, Georgia Southern. You know, it's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean,
See Coach B giving them
a hype pregame or postgame speech.
Post-game speech, you know, kind of hyping them up. You see,
I wonder who's gonna get the helmet because, you know, everyone played good
everyone
today.
played great.
I think it'll go to Berger.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think Berger definitely takes it on that one because of his performance. I mean, 3 rushing touchdowns as a sophomore in a varsity game, not easy.
Definitely not
earned. But you see Cole Chase back there, jumping up and down, looking all happy and jolly.
I mean, who wouldn't be happy after a win like this?
Yeah,
I
who
mean,
wouldn't be
67 to 20 is you know, I don't know what more you could have asked for from the group today. So,
you know, pats on the back for everybody.
for sure.
Yeah.
Just a great clean game. The brackets will be released for the Wayland playoff schedule
Soon.
Sunday. Coach B said at halftime. So be curious to see who Wayland plays. This game, despite them winning by such a wide margin, does actually hurt them in the power rankings because Newton South hasn't gotten a win, and strength of schedule is taken into account. You know, Coach B I talked to him earlier, he didn't expect Newton South to have a poor record like this, this poor of a record, but he told me that they have a lot of injuries. He was talking to their coach. So 0-7 this season, trying to get their first win, but it definitely hurts Wayland, despite ending tonight on a high note. So
yeah, I think if you're Wayland going into the playoffs, you're gonna be looking to win no matter if you're home or away. I think that, you know, home game would obviously be ideal. You're playing home crowd, home field. You know,
be rocking.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, home playoff game as a senior, that's like, you know,
it's what you wish to.
That's
what
sick.
You wish for.
Yeah, you want that. But away or home, I think a win is the first priority. I think.
For sure.
Gotta keep a good mentality. And actually,
Owen Finnegan with the Warrior
getting
helmet.
the Warrior helmet tonight.
He did have an interception in this game.
Yeah, he did have an interception in this game, and it's obviously senior night. You got to show a senior guy some love.
Yeah.
You know, Berger, I think, will definitely have more opportunities to win Warrior helmets in his tenure here at Wayland High School. So,
Yeah, so great game tonight. Just a great game. 67-20.
I see Coach P jogging over.
Hi guys, it's Carolina Stoya, and I'm here with Coach P for the post-game interview. We won 67-20. How does it feel to win senior night by that much, by that many points?
Yeah, it feels great, especially, you know what, we got everybody in, from even a couple freshmen got in. So that feels good that everybody got to play on senior night. I wish the seniors could have played a little bit more on their night, but they got Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is for them. Right now, we are ready for the playoffs. We're excited. Like I said earlier, Sunday, 1 o'clock, they're going to announce the playoff brackets. Who knows where we'll be? Maybe we got a home game. Maybe we're on the road. But we pulled the seniors early because that's all we care about right now.
What are you going to do going into the playoffs?
Well, first we got to find out who we're playing. That's the big thing, because depending on who we're playing is how we're going to have to change our game plan. But again, I'm really excited. This team is healthy. They're hungry, and we're ready for a good playoff run.
And what player do you want to shout out?
Yeah, I could shout out a number of them, but I think that I think one person that stand out game after game and we haven't recognized much is Owen Finnegan. Owen Finnegan's had a great game week after week, and that interception is the one that stood it out tonight. So he got the player of the game tonight.
We'll be interviewing Owen after. Thank you so much, Coach P.
Thank you, WSB. Keep it going.
I'm back with Owen Finnegan, the winner of the Gladiator helmet. How does it feel to win senior night?
It feels great. You know, the goal going into this game was just to execute and beat a team we know we're better than, and we're moving on to playoffs, and we're feeling pretty excited about it.
And how does it feel to win the helmet on your senior night?
I mean, it feels great. That's what we came here to do.
And what are you going to do going into your next game?
We're going to know the level of opponent is going to be way better than this, pretty similar to Bedford. We need to get our mindset and get ready to play a good football team.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's all. Bye. Hey, we did it. Thank you, Owen. Congrats.
All right, thanks, Carolina, for the interviews. We're going to wrap it up here before we sign off.
Great game. Senior night, obviously. Senior class, so pivotal to this whole program. I think this whole year so far has been all kind of about the seniors. Coach B's definitely sad to let it go. It's going to be like, it's kind of like watching your in-law go off a cliff in a Cadillac. You're sad, but you're happy. But you're happy that they were there. You're sad that they're gone.
Yeah. Great win from Wayland tonight. It's been great calling the game. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully we're back here for a Wayland playoff game.
Yeah, definitely.
The fans would be great. So thanks guys for watching. Desi, want to sign off?
See you later.
Yeah, see you later.